Good evening and welcome to the Fantasy Football Network. I'm your host, John Super Asian Man Park, and today we're going to talk about the draft in Super Asian Man's Fantasy Football League, where the commissioner is ugly and the trash talk is even uglier. We start off with the star of the draft. Why is the win always gone? Gets an A+, a perfect grade. Why is the win always gone is projected to go 12-2 this season and take the first place spot going into the playoffs. Why is the win always gone is the team to look out for as we go into another year of fantasy football. Other teams to have your radar out for: throwing a Hail Mary who scored an A, Papi Lalo team, and Bitch Ass team, both of them scoring A-minuses. All three of these teams could easily pose threats to win it all and take home the championship this year. But something to keep a note of, although Bitch Ass team did score an A- in the draft, he won't have Alvin Kamara available until week 4 due to suspension, and Leonard Fournette's availability is completely up in the air. Will Bitch Ass team be able to hold out until at least one of them returns? And speaking of pitfalls, let's talk about the other side of the draft. The biggest surprise of the draft, and arguably the biggest question mark, lies on Darkside Sith Lord using the 3rd overall pick to pick up Patrick Mahomes. We'll see if passing up Justin Jefferson will pan out, especially in Week 12 where Darkside Sith Lord will go head-to-head against Potato Energy, who snagged Justin Jefferson with the 4th overall pick. Another set of interesting picks came from Hector's crazy team. Not only did they grab Josh Allen in the 2nd round, but also grab Joe Burrow in the 4th. They're set for quarterbacks, but he's definitely Another set of interesting picks came from Hector's crazy team. Not only did they grab Josh Allen in the 2nd round, but also grab Joe Burrow in the 4th. They're set for quarterbacks, but they definitely took a hard hit on their running back depth. The big question will be if the running backs Hector's crazy team drafted will be able to hold their ground against top picks such as Saquon Barkley and Austin Eckler. Another interesting choice was Nicole Annis Dime safeties, grabbing the untested rookie sensation Bijan Robinson with the 5th overall pick. Maybe their manager will be right in the long run, but personally, I prefer someone tried and true. But despite his choice in getting a D grade in the draft, remember, Nicole Annis Dime safeties were last year's champions, so don't underestimate them. Every team is ready to make their mark in the first week, but judging from the draft, I'm going to have to say my favorite to win it all this year is Papi Lalo team. I think the dark horse on his team is Dalvin Cook. Although he's gotten older, he's been one of the most dependable running backs in the past few years, and in this reporter's opinion, is highly undervalued in terms of his projections. Well, that's it from me. Thanks again for tuning in to the FFN. I'm John Super Asian Mountain Park, signing off to save the world. Have a good night.